Hey folks, how you doing? Tonight we are doing another bedtime board game, similar in the vein of what I did last night with King of Monster Island over on Facebook Live. Tonight I'm doing it a little bit differently on uh, a game called Dragon Ball Z Perfect Cell Dice Game. Now, I've been wanting to get this game for a while now. Now, it is by no means anything spectacular. It is just a goofy little dice chucking game. You just get cooperatively trying to defeat the big bad cell. And yeah, I mean, it's super simple. There's nothing really complex about it. In fact, I played a solo of it, and it doesn't even really appear to be that complex. Hold on one second. Can't get all right. Gonna do try. There we go. All right, there we go. Just wanted you to be able to see the heroes that we're using tonight. I don't stream very often. So, yeah, as I was saying, super easy dice chucking game. Nothing really to it. You're just trying to bring Cell down from 70 HP to 0 HP, rolling dice that do certain actions. Each player is going to have their own colored dice. I'll explain how the game works. So, how it works is every player is going to get their own character right here, and each one has their own little special ability up here in the next to their name. Goku, for instance, can share any dice, not just assists, and that has to do with the face on it. There are a total of 6 different characters in the game. You have Goku, Gohan, Krillin, Trunks, Piccolo, and Vegeta. It's all the standard Dragon Ball Z art that you're pretty much used to. And then you can play up to 4 players, I believe it is. Yeah, 1 to 4 players cooperatively. It says it takes 30 to 45 minutes. I would say that's pretty much right once you get the game kind of down. And at the very beginning of the game, Cell is going to get a number of these threat cards equal to the number of players, and those will keep stacking up. He's not limited into each one. And those detail how he's going to act on any given turn. So this one, for instance, is Ki Blast Cannon. And it says that he's going to do 1 damage. He's going to deal 1 damage to all Z fighters when he activates during the turn. And that's going to sit there until one of the players decides that he's going to spend 1 of his action dice in order to get rid of it. And this is this right here is the action icon that's needed to get rid of it. And it's 2 hands in the Kamehameha position. So after we reveal what threats Cell is going to do, every player is going to, in turn order, is going to roll their dice and then spend things. So for instance, if Goku was going to go, if he went first, he would roll his dice. And on each dice, there are 4 symbols. There are fists. Can't really see those. And you can use those to just simply do 1 damage to Cell. There are the Kamehameha symbols, they call them special attacks, and those will do 2 damage. Then there are the Dragon Ball symbols, which is a symbol of like a hand picking up a Dragon Ball, kind of like this. That doesn't come with the game. That's something I got at a party store. And you can use those to get a Dragon Ball token. One of these tokens right here, which will give you a little wild symbol that you can use to substitute for a dice, or an actual wild symbol, which is a dragon, and you can use that for anything. Or you can allocate it to the Dragon Ball track, which is it's a little bit in the glare, but there's 7 symbols on here, up to 7 symbols, depending on the number of players. And once you get all that filled, at the end of the turn, you can resurrect one of your players at full health or things of that nature. The last symbol there is it's an open hand like this, and it's called the assist. And what you can do with assists is you can either buy one of these special abilities right here, or you can give them to other players to roll on their future turns. Now, when you each one of these special abilities has a number of assist icons listed right here, and this tells you how many assists it's going to take in order to buy them. And then over here, it tells you what those special abilities does. Now, the Dragon Ball and the assist symbols also have special abilities. You can just sacrifice one of them to heal a point of damage. Each character, up in the upper left, I use special sensu bean dice that were a gift to me to mark their HP, but you can use a Dragon Ball or assist dice to simply just heal a point of damage. Also, if you don't like your roll, you can burn any one dice to re-roll the rest of your dice that you have. So if I didn't like this particular roll I had, I could get rid of this and choose any number of dice that I have and re-roll the others. See if there's anything else. Like I said, any dice that are allocated to these threat cards, some require multiple dice to get rid of, and some may require doubles and triples and things of that nature. Like this one right here, regenerate. These little lines that are designated, that means that it needs to be 3 of a kind, but you can set the type before you get 3 of a kind. And any players can designate to it. It's an ongoing thing, but that means you'll lose dice the longer that you take. And like I said, these continue to stack up over the game. So if you're not on them, Cell will have multiple abilities going off, shooting off at once or twice. These are really cool, but they're kind of flimsy. They're about as thin as cards, but they're oddly shaped. They're shaped like the Scouter lens. So trying to shuffle them, you feel like you might be damaging them. I think might have been better to make them tokens, cardboard shaped at least. So same thing with these. These are all really, they're thin and paper, and since they're oddly shaped, shuffling them up is kind of sucky. So what I have decided to do is normally as a solo player, you would just choose one player and you would go through it. And so what I've decided to do is play 3 characters at once and go through it that way. And I'm not expecting anything grandiose. As I've said, this is just a silly game. I don't expect anything out of it. It's not heavyweight. I should be able to conquer it, no problem. If I can't beat it, then there's something wrong with me. And with that being said, let's get started. So, we're going to reveal Cell's threats for the first round. Number of threats per player. These 3 right here. And I know there's only 4 slots here, but like I said, if I don't deal with them, and they'll just keep stacking up, and all of them do. So the first one we have is Death Saucer. And it says it's going to deal 2 damage to all Z fighters. Kamehameha, he's going to deal 2 damage to all Z fighters. And that one's the Solar Kamehameha. It's going to deal 3 damage to all Z fighters. So we're going to have all hands on deck. Probably won't see a whole lot of damage to Cell this turn. Probably going to be dumping a bunch of dice onto these, because if we don't deal with all this, that's 2, 4, 7 damage. That'll kill everybody. Can't have that. So we'll just start from here and go down the line. So Goku will go first. All right, what do we got here? We have an assist. We have a special attack, another assist, a Dragon Ball, and a special attack. So what do we got? So we're going to go ahead and throw an assist, because Death Saucer requires an assist, a regular punch attack, and a Dragon Ball. So we're going to go ahead and throw an assist and a Dragon Ball to go ahead and deal with that. We're going to give the assist you know what? Just to stay canon, we're going to spend our first assist to buy the Super Saiyan form, because it only costs 1. And what it does is it allows assists to be used as super attacks. So we're going to give Goku the Super Saiyan ability. Now, each player can hold up to 3 abilities, and if you get any more after that, you just discard one that you don't want. You can mix and match. Now, we have 2 special attacks left. Now, what we can do with that is Goku's special ability is he can share any dice, not just assists. Normally, you would be able to only pass assists to another player for them to re-roll dice. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pass these over to Gohan. Actually, we'll give 1 to Gohan, and we'll give 1 to Krillin. And we'll just call it an end for Goku's turn right there. So, Gohan is going to roll. We have 1, 2, 3 attacks, 4 attacks, an assist, and a Dragon Ball. Now, the cool thing about Solar Kamehameha is it requires 5 dice, but there's no lines connecting them. So that means that they don't have to all be the same. But Kamehameha and Death Saucer all require fists. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead. We're going to drop off all these fists, these attacks. so that those will go away. Oh, we forgot to pull out a new special ability, Masenko. We don't have enough assists. Something tells me we're going to need the Dragon Balls too. So let's go ahead and throw a Dragon Ball on the Dragon Ball radar. And then, just because we need to get rid of Solar Kamehameha so it doesn't become a problem early next time, we'll go ahead and throw those 2 dice on the Solar Kamehameha. Now we go to Krillin. Krillin's got 3 attacks, 2 special attacks, and then a Dragon Ball, which means that he can do some damage. So we'll throw the 3 fists on top of Solar Command. Conditions are, if we ever have to draw any one of these threats and we can't, Cell wins. If all of the heroes are dead, Cell wins. And if we ever get them down to 0 hit points, there's actually not a 0 spot. It goes to 1, and then if you just move past that, that's it. So now that we've got all this taken care of, we'll throw Krillin's extra Dragon Ball. We'll throw it right there on top of the Dragon Radar. And now we will commence to do damage to Cell. Now, the way you do damage to Cell is all dependent on this track right here in the center. You'll see it has a little modifier right here. It goes +1, +2, +2, +2, +3, +3, +5. And what this means is that you'll get bonus damage if you can fill in the row for the damage. Now, these colored squares means that you'll do extra damage based on the number of players. It means that the row is harder to fill based on the number of players. So since we're playing with three players, means that we'll have to go all the way. So we're going to do damage with our special, and that's going to do 2 damage. So 1, 2, and then we're going to do another 2 damage. 1, 2, plus we filled in the +1 row, so it does an additional 1. So Krillin, my main man, has just launched 2, we won't say Destructo Discs, because Destructo Discs is actually right here. He's done some double key blasts at Cell. Okay, so now that that's over, we check to see if any of these have their requirements filled, and all of them have. So we'll discard the ones that have gotten them filled. Then if there were any left, we would activate them and do all their abilities. Now, some of these have static abilities, like you can't re-roll a certain dice type, or Cell prevents X amount of damage, or something of that effect. So you got to be careful of those. Next, get dice back, except for those that are in certain areas, such as the Dragon Radar thing. I mean, players could decide to get those back if they wanted to, but they could also just keep them there. And now we start all over. So Cell gets 3 more abilities. Looks like we've got Solar Flare. So Cell is immune to damage bonuses. So he's basically immune to these bonuses right here. Next, he has Explosive Wave. He's going to do 3 damage to all Z fighters. And then he's going to heal 3 damage. So we have to figure out how we're going to deal with that. Let's move Trunks and the rest off to the side here. And I'm sorry about the glare on the board. It's always an issue with me setting up here on my table. I don't have an actual studio lighting set up. It's a problem that I have, and I just cannot bring myself to buy the lighting for such a thing. It costs too much, and I don't stream professionally, and I don't make videos professionally, so it's not something I'm willing to really dive into. So let's go ahead and start with Goku. So we've got a regular attack, 2 Dragon Balls, and we have an assist. Now the great thing about assists is he's Super Saiyan. So the assist basically have to decide what we're going to do here. Well, first I think we're going to contribute to our Dragon Ball hunt. So we'll throw one of those down there. And I think we're actually going to use this one to get a Dragon Ball token, which is a fist. Now, I actually didn't read that you can keep the Dragon Ball tokens, how long you can keep those. So, according to the rules here, it doesn't say. So I'm assuming you can just keep it as long as you want. So I think what we'll do is we'll just hold on to that. And we'll use this assist. We will basically transform it into an attack, a super attack, and we'll throw it there to help deal with Explosive Wave. And then we will throw down one of those on heal. And then we'll pass this dice over to Gohan using the special ability. Okay, Gohan. All right, Gohan. He got a couple assists and a couple attacks and a Dragon Ball. Okay, the assist on the Explosive Wave so that we can get rid of that. Don't know what else we can do here. Hmm. The only thing that I don't really like is there's no way to like get rid of these. Like if you don't see one that you like or one that might fit your strategy, even though the strategy for this game isn't exactly peak strategy, there's not one that says you can spend an assist die and trash all three of them and pull three new ones out, you know. So what I think we're gonna do is we'll go ahead and get a Dragon Ball token for Gohan as well. We got ourselves a special attack for him as well. Um, and I think we'll go ahead and drop one there on the regenerate. And then we'll drop one on Solar Flare. Then we'll pass this dice over to Krillin. And we'll see what Krillin does. Krillin's. Oh, I forgot about Gohan's special ability. He has one free reroll. You gotta keep those special abilities in mind. Krillin's free ability is can purchase upgrades for one less for a minimum of one, and may give them to other players. So he's actually got a really cool ability. In fact, I think what we're going to do is we're going to use his assist to buy the Destructo Disc. Then I'm not going to do. Then we're going to drop one of these attacks on healing. Then we're going to use all this stuff to deal damage to Cell. Now, we're not going to get the bonus here because of Solar Flare, but that's okay. So, we're going to deal 1 damage with the normal attack. Then we're going to do 2 damage with the special attack. 1, 2. And then this Dragon Ball one, thanks to Destructo Disc, allows me to use Dragon Ball results to deal 3 damage. So we're going to throw that here and do 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we go to Cell. Solar Flare still in effect. Explosive Wave, however, is done. And Regeneration is done. Okay. These dice go back to their owners. Let's go ahead and replace Destructo Disc, which just came out. All right. New abilities for Cell. He's got his own Destructo Disc. It's going to deal 2 damage to all Z fighters. And he's going to regenerate. Again, he's going to try and regenerate different. He's going to heal 5 damage with that one. That one's going to be rough. And then a Key Blast Cannon. Going to deal 1 damage to everybody. So Goku's only got 3 dice left. So we need to get rid of this. So I think what we're going to do is Goku's going to drop some dice on that. We'll go ahead and drop this other fist. And no, we'll keep the assist. We'll just drop the other Dragon Ball on there. And then we'll take this assist and we'll pass it to Gohan. No, we'll pass it to Krillin. Because Krillin's gonna be the arms dealer. We're gonna have him buy extra abilities and give them to everybody. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. We'll keep that. And then we're gonna re-roll these. And that's not gonna be good. So we'll use this, one of the special attack ones. And then we'll use his special attack Dragon Ball pick for that, for healing, to get rid of healing. Then we'll throw 2 on Destructo Disc. No, we'll throw 3 on Destructo. No, we'll throw that one over to Krillin. Okay. Okay. So Krillin's got 2 assists. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to spend one of those assists to buy Masenko at discount because he buys it for 1 less and he can give it to other people. So I know I'm keeping all freaking canon with these. I'm giving Masenko to Gohan. Yeah. Ooh, Super Kamehameha. That'll be a good buy for Goku. And I can do it right now with Krillin. I think I'm going to. Oops, that's a Goku die. So okay, so Goku's got the Super Kamehameha now. And we will we can get rid of everything this turn. We'll clear cell out. 3 and that. So the Ki Blast Cannon required a special die, and then we dropped the rest of the 3 fists here on Destructo Disc. So we didn't do any damage to Cell this round. We spent it all being defensive and get rid of all his abilities. So going to Cell, we got rid of Solar Flare. That was preventing us from using the bonus damage track. Okay. We got rid of the Destructo Disc, which was going to do some damage. These get discarded. We got rid of Regenerate, 5 points. And we got rid of the Ki Blast Cannon, which was not a whole lot of damage. Probably could have kept that out. But for 1 die that was just floating around, not a big deal. All right, let's see what he does this time. Ki Sense. Fisty attacks cannot be rerolled or passed. Okay, Energy Field. Assists cannot be rerolled or passed. Another Regenerate. Healing for 3. Oops, and that's it. 3. Okay, Goku. Okay, well, Super Kamehameha pairs well with Super Saiyan form because assists are able to be used as super attacks. We need 2 super attacks in order for to use Super Kamehameha. So what we're going to do is with Goku, we're just going to do a butt ton of damage. So we're going to do 1 damage attacking him. So that's 1. We're going to do another 1 with a punch. And then we filled out the row, and we no longer have Solar Flare to prevent us from using the bonus. So we filled that out. So an additional 1. And then we're going to use our Super Kamehameha, using these as specials. So these are actually those results. And that deals 8 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Gohan. Let's get it, Gohan. Gohan has a bunch of assists, and I don't think that those are particularly helpful. Well, the Gallic Blazer, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I think it was supposed to be like the Gallic Gun, but it lets you treat fists as special attacks. So, I don't know. Maybe I should just re-roll those. Oh no, I can't, because Energy Field prevents me from re-rolling them. So I'm stuck on it anyway. And I can't pass them. So maybe we'll go ahead and get the Gallic Blazer then. And get it out of the market. I mean, actually, it would be better for Goku. Yeah, I won't get it. It'll be better for Goku. What we need is... we'll spend 1, and we'll get the Sensu Bean. And then let's see what else comes out. Mimicry. And we'll do that too. That'll allow additional rerolls if it comes down to it. And with that, we'll throw that on Regenerate, because we can't have Cell regenerating. Cell regenerating is bad. All right, next. Krillin. Krillin, my man. So we're going to go ahead and throw that Dragon Ball right there. Prevent healing. It's already got Destructo Disc. We give can't buy Gallic Blazer. Might as well give him light grenade, though. So we'll go ahead and buy light grenade for him. Okay, so he's got light grenade, which means 2 attacks will deal 3 damage. That'll be good. And with that, we'll go ahead and put that there, and then we'll deal damage. So that deals 2, 1, 2, and then we filled out that row for an additional 2, 1, 2. Okay. Key sense stays. Energy field stays, but regeneration does not. Okay. Goku gets his dice back. Okay. I might take all those dice out of the freaking Dragon Radar. They don't seem to be doing him very much good. Dragon Radar is, a little tough. All right. All right. Let's see. Super Kamehameha. I'm going to have to look through these and see what exactly is available. So, power up. Dragon Balls cannot be rerolled or pass. Eye lasers deal 1 damage and regenerate. Deal 3 damage. See, they're starting to accumulate. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take dice back. I'll throw this down, and then I'll burn. You have to burn a die in order to do that. Seems kind of petty. You should be able to do that. And then I'll just do damage with the Super Kamehameha, which will do a total of 9 because it's 8 and then the +1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, Gohan. Probably the same thing. You know what? We're going to get rid of cells regenerate. We're going to use this assist to pull this dice back. And we're just going to do a damage. Okay, Krillin. We're going to use the assist to pull this back. And yeah, we're just going to punch him. So punch for 1, and then punch for 2. Filled out the row for an additional 2. 1, 2. Okay. So we got rid of regeneration. And we got rid of energy field. Okay, pull these back before we continue. What happens? Fists can still not be re-rolled. Same thing with Dragon Balls. But he finally got off an attack with eye lasers, shooting everybody for 1 point of damage. Like I said, this game's not that difficult. We got Cell way down past his halfway point before he even got one attack off. He started off strong. His first few threat cards threatened to kill us, but we just dumped all our dice on him, and that was it. So perfect barrier. Can't pass our super attack results. After image strike, power-up cards cannot be purchased. Okay, well, what kind of set? So no big deal. And rapid fire. Deal 1 damage to all Z fighters. Okay. All right, Goku's got his full thing. Oh, I keep forgetting about this stupid Dragon Ball token too. So I can't purchase anything, and the assists aren't going to do anything else. So let's go ahead and throw them down on that. Then we'll use that on this strike. And then we will attack with Super Kamehameha. So 1, 2, or rather 8 plus 1, so 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, Gohan. Now Gohan, there's certain things that cannot re-roll. Can't re-roll dragons. Can't re-roll attacks, Dragon Balls, or super attacks. So basically everything that I have except for the assists. And the assists could pass there. Throw that Dragon Ball there. We'll throw that Dragon Ball there. We'll get a Dragon Ball token. Ooh, wild. That'll be cool. In fact, we'll throw that there. And then we'll throw the assist to Krillin. So Krillin's going to go. What do we got going here? We got. Oops, that was a fist. 2 fists. We got 3 fists. We can give Krillin a Super Kamehameha. Oh no, can't buy power-up cards. Never mind. maybe just clear the board here so we don't have to worry about it. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do some damage. 2, 1, 2. Okay, so those get moved off after image. That's Gohan's. That's Krillin's. Gohan's. Key sense is gone. Power up strike is gone. Rapid fire. Yeah, I think there's. Oh, it's pretty easy. In fact, I could probably ruin Cell in the next round. Okay. See. Regenerate. Ooh, he's going to heal 7 if I don't deal with that. Telekinesis. Deal 1 damage. And Solar Flare. And he's only got 1 left. So actually, you know what? Probably going to have to deal with him. I'm going to cash this in for a token. And okay. So how it's going to go is we're going to use that to deal 2 damage. 1, 2. Then we're going to use these as supers to do a Super Kamehameha, which is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 1 for completing that row. Then we're going to do another Super Kamehameha for another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus another 2. I just killed Cell. Goku just killed Cell. Didn't even get to the other player's turn. Didn't even have to deal with all his other stuff. Oh no, he's immune to bonus damage. So what, he gets 3 back? 1, 2, 3. So as long as I don't blow my roll. Okay, let's see. Which, wow, that's a lot of assists. Let's re-roll that as Gohan. We'll throw these 3 Dragon Ball ones in for 3 tokens. Let's see what we got here. Boom. And that's going to do it. So that'll be 1. That'll be 2. And then 2 more. And then 3. So Gohan killed him. How canon is that? So 1 more turn. Is a little, yeah. So there we go. That's perfect Cell, the dice game. It's fun. Just chucking dice, seeing what you come up with. There must be some kind of variance or whatever to make it a little bit difficult. Maybe adding more threat cards. Or maybe having like the first threat card you have, that's gonna have it automatically proc or something. I don't know. Like I said, I bought it mostly because it's Dragon Ball Z. I didn't buy it because it was a good game. I knew what I was getting into when I bought it. It wasn't a surprise. I had done a lot of research on it. There are no real good Dragon Ball Z games out there. I wish there was. But seriously, what can you really do with a franchise about guys that beat each other up? You know, there was a couple attempts at a collectible card game. There was one for Super, and then there was one for Dragon Ball Z back in the day, but it was difficult to kind of figure out. I never figured it out. Um, yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me for watching this. Yeah, it's about an hour, about an hour in. So the time to play isn't that far off. I spent about 5-10 minutes kind of teaching how to play. So if you take that time off, it's about 40 minutes to play the game. Once you know and understand what's going on, turns kind of click, go here, there, everywhere, real fast. And that was with 3 players. If you're playing with just 2 players or even just one, it goes super fast. You're just rolling, putting out the things, and this dice does this dice does that. Dice, dice, dice. And with that, I'll catch you guys later. Play more games.